Hey everyone, welcome to Infinite Realms. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, everything else. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about Avatar: Way of Water. Finally saw it on Disney Plus. Main, and I'm not going to do a full review on the movie. I will say that if you're wanting a kind of rating, I would put it on the bottom end of good. It's worth a watch. It's interesting. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Much the same way I feel about Avatar, although if you were to ask me to rank them, I'd rank this one slightly above the first movie. Um, Slightly, not much. I mean, it's a very narrow margin there. And for the most part, the movie kind of slogs along, I think. It's okay and, nice effects and everything. I will say one thing there's a couple of moments in the film that the effects, the CGI really gets wonky. And it really is like, whoa, am I watching Avatar? Because that's the thing about the first movie. The first movie, the effects, the CGI was really good, and in this movie, you're watching it, it's like, oh yeah, this is CGI, and then like all of a sudden you see the CGI. There's some scenes in the water, and there's when they're not in the water but on the water with waves, and there's a couple of scenes at the end at the final battle. It's really bad, and it's like real jarring. It's like, whoa, what happened? So some things I liked. I did like um, Quidditch's son, and when the dynamic he had with his avatar, and it was really weird because it's like, hey, we're nothing, but we're something, and it was really unusual. It's something I kind of wish they'd gone a little further with, and I know there's supposed to be other movies, and they probably will go further with it. Uh, the movie is a tad bit character heavy because you got Jake and all his kids, and then the sea people, and so it kind of makes it a lot to take in. Is that a bad thing? I don't necessarily think so, but after a bit, it kind of gets like, okay, who is this guy again? You're introduced to a lot of people really quick. But apparently, Jake has been very busy with making a family. He's got like 4 kids, and the kids are kind of, you know, they're not unlikable, but they're not likable at the same time. And then there's a weird thing where Sigourney Weaver's avatar got pregnant, which begs the question: why would they put in the ability to reproduce in these avatars unless there's some kind of something in the cloning process that doesn't allow them not to include that? But yeah, it was really odd. And I think that is the thing about the movie. It gets really weird in places. And it borderlines on getting a little too weird, especially for what seemed to be, you know, a kind of grounded kind of movie originally. Wasn't 100% grounded, but it had, you know, it was believable. This starts becoming unbelievable. Maybe they'll turn that around in the next movie. Hard to say. It is a movie that it's not offensive in any way. It's just a movie that's kind of there. And I don't think, it's not going to break the world or anything. It's really hard to put into words because it's like it's not it's not terrible, it's not bad, but it's not good either. I mean, I was one of those people who was like, the original Avatar, I was just like, this isn't terrible, but it borrows a lot from places. This seems a little less derivative, although there are parts you can see, oh yeah, that's very derivative of something. And it's really hard to nail down some of the influences on the tale. For the most part, the emotional stakes in the story were kind of meh. When, spoiler alert, when son dies, I was just kind of like, okay, Jake's son died. That's not great. And it's kind of sad, but it's nothing to write home about at the same time. and I just didn't feel anything about it. It was just like that happened. So I did like the allegory for a whale in Avatar. That I thought that was kind of cool, especially the rogue one. I thought that was really cool too, and that they were really intelligent and really smart, and but they were the ultimate Buddhists. Yeah, go ahead, kill all our people, kill them all, and then we're not going to lift a finger to defend ourselves. Like that was a bit much. I had a hard time with that one, but I did like the one that was rogue and he just kind of flopped on top of the big boat. Yeah, I thought that was a kind of cool sequence and a cool scene. The final battle was pretty cool overall. I mean, it wasn't anything to write home about, but it wasn't terrible either. So I say give it a watch, give it a chance. It can't hurt you. It's not going to be something that sticks with you or you're going to be able to write home about or anything like that. But at the same time, it's not bad. So that's kind of a rough talk about of Avatar. I mean, it's sort of there. I mean, kind of what I expected, to be perfectly honest. It's just there. I was interested in see where the story went because Avatar seemed to, you know, just be a good, solid piece all by itself. I mean, despite its derivativeness. And do I think they did a good job of expanding the story? I don't. I They did a good job of expanding the world, but not. I don't think the story really went anywhere else except the whales have something that can, you know, stop human aging. But it's only mentioned once in the entire film, and it's like, okay, what 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 is the? I mean, it seems like that should have been a bigger part of the movie. Like unobtainium was. Remember that? Ooh, unobtainium. But yeah, give it a watch. It's okay. I mean, if you want 3.5 stars, maybe I don't know. I'm spitballing there because it's like it's one of those things. You watch it, you're like, okay, and then that's the end of it. I mean, it's like it's okay. I thank you for listening to me ramble about another movie. Don't forget to like and subscribe.